So top 5 tips to get kids to eat more fruit and veg. So these are my tips that have helped us really sort of break the barriers of kids not wanting to eat fruit and veg. So tip number 1, set an example. I feel this is the most important tip. So you have to be an example to your child in terms of you yourself eating the vegetables and fruits, coupled with actually doing some exercises. And if you eat well, you can be like Dad and run 5Ks at a quick pace or run a marathon. So I think this is really critical, and I think a lot of parents bypass this and expect their children to eat better than they do. Number 2 tip, always have the fruit and vegetables available. What I mean by this is have it nicely displayed in a fruit bowl, on their level, where they are, always there in their face. I think kids rummaging through the fridge to get an apple, that doesn't happen. It has to be easily available. So number 3, encourage new foods. So we try to not become stagnant at the dinner table. So we have our set family favourites, but we always have a side of salad, and this is where we sort of use to introduce new foods and new vegetables. Initially kids are a bit hesitant with something that's brand new, but we encourage play with the food, experimentation with the texture, 1 bite rule, so they just try it, so then, you know, a couple of times down the track they get into it and they get a taste for it. Number 4, get them involved with buying the food. We often let the children select any bits of fruit or veg they want at the supermarket, and then also get them involved with cooking the food and making something. Our boys seem to really get into it more when they've made something themselves. They seem quite proud, which is what you want, and they take ownership of the food and then end up eating more of it at the dinner table, which is win-win. Number 5 is tell them what specific nutrients or vitamins are in the food. Now, our boys are quite young, so this is quite simplified and not often 100% scientific, but a placebo is as good as anything else. So often we say that rice, potatoes, beans, corn, all those carbs are good for running. Oranges are good for vitamin C and not being sick, and stuff like that. You know, the usual stuff with carrots are good for vision. This seems to really work, and they often try out their new running speeds and whatnot after dinner, and like I said, a placebo is as good as anything because they're never disappointed. Lastly, it does take time. Be patient and the results will come. Thanks again for watching, and we'll chat again soon.